guys, we're going to be extracting DNA from a strawberry.
First, you want to take 90 milliliters of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 10 milliliters of dish soap. I used ice-cold water because the low temperature slows down the activity of enzymes which could break the DNA apart. The salt, or sodium chloride, makes the DNA less soluble in water and helps remove proteins bound to the DNA by keeping them dissolved in the aqueous solution. The dish soap helps dissolve the cell membrane, which is a lipid bilayer that protects the inside organelles of a cell. First, put the soap into the water solution and the salt. You then want to thoroughly mix the solution. Place a ripe strawberry into a plastic bag, and then pour the solution you just made into that plastic bag. Make sure there is no air or air bubbles in the plastic bag. You want to make sure that it's just the strawberry and the solution. Mush up the strawberry in order to break down the strawberry's cell wall, cellular, and nuclear membranes. Remember, we're trying to get the DNA by itself. Use a strainer and then filter the mushed solution. The filter removes the large particles from the solution, like seeds, allowing only smaller cell components like DNA or proteins to filter through. You then want to take 5 milliliters of isopropyl alcohol, as this precipitates the DNA out of the solution. Almost immediately, you're supposed to see a white film, which is the DNA clump, and pluck it out with tweezers. As you can see, this did not show up, and I have several reasons as to why. I probably did not isolate the DNA enough. Maybe I should have added more of a buffer, such as the alcohol, dish soap, or salt. Also, when I was mashing the strawberries, I realized I mashed it really hard against the table. This might have actually destroyed the DNA, since I think this would have gone better if I used my hands. Another error was that maybe the alcohol was not enough to precipitate the DNA, as it was 70% of isopropyl alcohol and not 100%. Maybe the strength of the alcohol was buffered by the large amount of water. If the experiment went correctly, I would have gotten a white clump of DNA. We use DNA extraction for things in our life like DNA fingerprinting. We use ripe strawberries for DNA extraction because they're easy to pulverize and contain enzymes that also help break down the cell walls. Also, strawberries have 8 copies of each chromosome, which is a lot for a berry, and there's a lot of DNA to isolate. I did try my experiment a second time, however they both did not work. I think if I kept testing to see how much water or alcohol I should really put, it would work. I'm not upset, however, because in science there are more failures than successes, making them an important part of science in general.